Who is Claire?
Who is Claire? Oh my goodness. It depends where I am, who I'm with. I guess if from a work perspective, I'm a performance maker.
What do you think of being disabled?
What do I think about being disabled? It keeps changing, what I think. It will keep changing every day and every week and every year. It will keep evolving. I mean, when I was young and up until my 20s, I absolutely subscribed to the idea that society gave me and programmed me with, that disability was a bad thing and I shouldn't want to be disabled. And I was in denial, really, for most of that time that I was disabled. Gradually over my life, I began to meet people who were more politically active and around aspects of disability, and that began to really make me have to think about that. And then particularly the shift into working in dance made me really have to question my relationship to disability, because suddenly I had chosen to work in an art form that is entirely about the body.
Why do you work with art?
Why do I work, or where?
With art.
Why do I work with art? I don't know that I really have a choice in that matter. It's who I am.
What do you want to accomplish?
Years ago, when I started as a singer, I wanted to be a classical singer. And I went to uni and I trained as a singer, and I wanted to work in classical music, and I didn't know how to, although I knew how to sing, I didn't know how you actually worked in the business. I just realized that I wasn't going to be able to make a living as a singer. It was very practical of like, I'm not getting enough work to just work as a singer. So I knew that I wanted to be a performer. I knew that in my soul, like that was what I was good at. So I began to look at how I could add other skills to that beyond just singing. So that was what led me into working in movement. And by choosing not to try and accomplish something, it seems like it just felt like more things opened up by trying not to aim for one thing.
What do you want to make visible?
If we don't say, for example, like if it's easier for me in a taxi not to say I'm a dancer because I think it'll be too difficult to explain. If I just say, something that I think the taxi driver might be more recognise more. If I say, I teach drama or I'm an actor, maybe they can get their head around that a little bit more, but maybe not. If you don't say you're an artist, then you make artists invisible. But also the same with being a disabled person, that for me it's quite important also to state that I am disabled, and it's not something that I don't particularly want people to obsess on it, but neither do I want it completely ignored. I don't want people to think that it's something that they shouldn't see. And I guess with the piece that I've made recently, Give Me a Reason to Live, there are themes and issues that I'm trying to make visible to people, which is the sort of recurrence again, it feels like, in the world of the persecution of disabled people is kind of becoming quite prevalent again because of the perceived economic crisis. My lived experience of disability absolutely was shaping the material that I create, quite literally in terms of the skills it physically gave me from quite a surface level that's very easy to see, that I can do things with the crutches that are specific to my body and to the fact that I've used crutches for a long time, is kind of like a very first layer that people can see. But beyond that, I think there's a huge amount of other aspects of the lived experience of disability that literally shapes the world that I build on stage. The fact that these are things that we live with, rather than we didn't train them into ourselves at drama school or dance school. The need to coordinate, the need to be hyper-organised. All these things actually are things that are part of our lives, the need to problem solve. And I think that these things come into the artwork of disabled artists, and I think it's a real interesting quality in the work in itself that for me, I think is offering something to the art world that's quite, I'm not sure it's quite understood yet.